What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Talking Halos. I'm your host today, Jared Timms, and I'm joined alongside my co-host, my partner in crime, Nate Green. Nate, forgetting about you like always. When we have guests on, we are joined alongside Angels' 11th round pick from this 2024 draft out of Coronado High School in Colorado Springs, Trey Gregory Alford. Trey, how's it going, man? How's the offseason?
Good guys. Off season's been really good. I just got back from LA for the World Series game two, so that was a lot of fun to go to. But you know, off season's been a lot of fun so far. So
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
it's been like a good break. It's
I
set.
was, I was gonna say you probably just getting used to hearing the actual off season. I know, like guys in high school and such like that play year round at this point. So off season's got to probably feel a little good for you right now. Take a little time off. So, um,
Oh yeah.
awesome, awesome, awesome. Nate, I'm not gonna forget about you. How you doing, man?
Doing well. Yeah, excited for this one.
Yeah, uh,
Yeah,
as always, man. This
let's
is
get it
this,
going.
this
Yeah.
is fun. This is fun. So Trey. First time on the show here. We're gonna throw a little rapid fire at you here, just to kind of get you used to the show and things like that. So, favorite baseball team growing up?
Favorite? Ooh, probably Rockies. I'll go with
Rockies.
Rockies.
Obviously, living
Yeah.
in
That's
Colorado,
fair.
that makes a lot of sense. Favorite player growing up?
Oh, Big Poppy, David Ortiz.
That's pretty good. I like that. I like that. Pregame meal. You got a pregame ritual? Anything like that?
Oh man, pregame meal. Like, okay, what time is the game?
Let's go
Like
7:05.
a morning
7:05.
game, like a night game.
7:05
Night
game.
game.
Man, I don't like to eat too much, but I mean, I can go like a simple like Chipotle bowl. You
There
know,
we
Okay.
go.
not too heavy, not too light. It's just like perfect.
Awesome. Love it. What kind of meat? What's the meat choice on the
Steak, got
steak?
to
All
go with
right.
Okay.
steak.
All right. All
Oh yeah.
right. I like it. I like it. I like it. Favorite flavored seed? Sunflower seed.
Oh, Joe Pickle or
All
cracked
right.
pepper.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Love it. Favorite Gatorade flavor?
Ooh. Um, I might get a lot of hate for this, but the cucumber lime.
Yeah. I
I'm a
love
Wow.
that.
big fan. I'm a big fan of that.
Underrated, underrated. I tried that at a baseball camp once. They were making it for us. I was like, this is horrible. What are you guys doing? And then tried it and it was fantastic. I'm in there with you. I
Yeah.
like it. First thing you bought with your signing bonus.
Ooh, man. Oh, new car.
What'd you get?
I got a Camaro ZL1.
Oh, no, can't go wrong
Yeah.
there. Can't go wrong. Love it. Love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
One major leaguer you are looking forward to facing.
Oh man. I've always wanted to face, man, I haven't really thought about this before, but like, def no, I'd say Aaron Judge because I always like to watch Aaron Judge
It's
like
good.
on the TV. So
Slumping a little bit right now, but
I
it's
know
it's
he's
a good
not doing
choice.
too good in the off season.
That's good. That's a good choice. That's a good choice. How are you gonna pitch to him?
Just I'm gonna go right at him,
Love it. Love
just
it.
my stuff against his stuff.
The big fastball, absolutely. I like that. I like it right now. So that's all I got for you, man. I appreciate you doing that. Get you a little used to it and throw you under the bus maybe a little bit. I don't know, probably not. But
Nah, that was fun.
awesome, awesome. I'm glad you had fun with it. First question here for you. Tell us about Trey Gregory Alford, man. To just tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I was born. Well, I'm the youngest of four. Since I'm really weird, I'm the youngest of four half siblings. I have three on my mom's side, one on my dad's side, two two brothers on and a sister on my mom's, and then just an older brother on my dad's side. And was born and raised in Colorado Springs, just typical high school kid. Really, goes to church a lot. Played baseball, pretty competitive. Grew up around a sports family, so yeah.
I like it. I was trying to do as much research as I could on you, and all I could find is baseball stuff. And I was like, "That's awesome!" Like this,
Yeah.
I got nothing on him, nothing fun besides baseball I can talk about. But no, I mean that's awesome. That's great to hear. Colorado, we got a couple Colorado questions coming up here, but Colorado, born and raised. That's great to see. How close are you to Coors Field?
I'd say about an hour 15.
Awesome. So probably
So it's not too bad of a drive.
got out there as much as you could, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nate, I know you got a question. Pop it off, man.
Yeah. Well, we love to talk draft here. Taken in the 11th round. Talk to us about the day. did you know the Angels were a potential team? Were there other teams? And then let's talk about like, was there a deal set beforehand? All that stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, went to the combine for the draft as well. That helped a good amount. Um, I mean, really, I knew the Angels like they came to come a good amount of my high school games, but I didn't know how much or how often. And I didn't really know I was a target for them really until about the second day of the draft, I'd say. So like first day came around, I was just watching with my family, and my agent was just like, "Hey, might get some buzz probably after the 40th pick." So I'm like, "All right, cool." Didn't hear from her most of the day, just a couple of text messages here and there. And then second day rolls around. He's like, "Hey, I'll always keep in touch with you again, just in case anything happens. Just be near your phone all the time." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." Right. Third, fourth, fifth round rolls around. Saw Dylan, Austin, and Chris get picked for 3, 4, and 5. And because I played, what did I do with Dylan? Oh, I did the PDP League summer 2023 USA Trials. So I previously knew Dylan and I played with him and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool. Me and him were the two high school pitchers they were able to get together. So I mean, it's been nice to have a good connection with him. And I think I don't know if it was the fifth round or it was kind of really vague for me just because a lot went well. It was a long 3 days.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. But agent texted me. He's like, "Hey, Angels want to do this number." And I'm like, no, it's not me my number yet. I'll be all right. He's like, "All right." Calls me back later, and he's like, "Hey, Marlins didn't have anything for their pick either." I'm like, "It's totally fine, right? I'm just letting the draft go by." And at this point, I think it's like round 7 or 8. Calls me. He's like, "Hey, Angels want to do 175." He's like, "You want me to try to bring it up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Let's see what we can work with." He's like, "Okay." Calls me back a couple minutes later. They brought it up. He's like, "You want to go 2 or nothing?" I'm like, "Sure, let's do it." We did that, and then calls me, I think, in like the ninth round. And I remember I was on my phone like before all these calls, looking at flights to go to UVA because I was going to go to summer school and
Hmm.
do all that stuff. And that's when he texted me and called me, and everything started going down. And I'm like, "Oh dang, okay, hold on, I need to start thinking about this some more now." And it was like ninth, 10th round. He's like, "Hey, Angels can do 195 with a good amount of money for school." I'm like, "Man, let's do it." So from there on, I'm like, "All right, is it the 10th round? Is it the ninth round? Like, is it tomorrow morning?" He's like, "It'll be on the 11th round." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then I remember at my mom's house the next morning, just me, my mom, my dad, my dog, just watching the TV. And then, yeah, that was it.
Ah,
Yeah,
so
very typical for Perry to take a high school kid in the 11th, especially a high school starting pitcher.
Yeah,
We've seen it with Dana and you and some others. So we weren't really shocked that it was you in the 11th. We were looking at some things, but awesome, awesome. All right, so after the draft, you get taken. Typically, they talk about like, hey, let's gain some weight, let's gain some muscle. What was like the thing that they talked to you about for your next couple of months? Like, hey, what are you supposed to focus on?
man. In July, I'd say it was more about me getting ramped back up, like back to my high school shape, I guess, just because after high school and after the combine, I really just shut down and didn't want to risk any injury. So I'd say the first month, like month and a half, was definitely me getting back on the slope again, long tossing, getting my arm back to where it was. And then once that happened, just establishing the fastball, because Dom and Ebert, our pitching coordinators, are huge, just stabbing the fastball anywhere in the zone. Um, so that's definitely been a big focal point during the season and up till next season, really. So
Awesome.
love it.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's huge.
Yeah. So I
and
mean,
then
oh, go ahead, Trey. Go ahead.
sorry, and then the weight room. I mean, like I didn't really know. Like I remember I saw something like my junior year. It's like good pitchers are either really like good in like one of these three areas. It's like strength, explosiveness, and mobility. And I already assumed I was somewhat pretty strong for like my age and size. So once pretty much the season ended, it was just about me getting more explosive, getting some more cardio in, becoming more mobile to get to those ranges of, sorry,
No blush it.
ranges of
Bless you.
motions to get going, you know. They excuse me guys. My bad.
You're good. All good, man.
All right, we're back. We're good.
Yeah, so
But
they
yeah,
won.
that's
Yeah,
huge for you to get mobile, and I think that'll be huge for you as you continue to grow into the body, and it will help you long term be able to be able to throw for an entire season instead of get you to 180 190 innings, which is where you probably want to be, not hey, I'm hurt again or whatever. So that's huge.
Yeah.
absolutely. Question on top of that for you, Trey. You got the big fastball. You got the really good slider. I know the changeups in the work. A lot of high schoolers that are like you that have the two big pitches don't use the changeup a lot. Was that an emphasis heading into camp?
I mean, I already had so the thing with the changeup was I like last off season, it was like one of my biggest focal points was just getting a feel for that changeup again. Because during summer ball, like I had it, but I didn't know when I had it.
Yeah.
Like it'd either be a really good pitch or I'd spike it like 50 feet into the ground.
Mhm.
But then I switched the grip to I remember I watched it was Devin Williams on MLB
Mm.
Network, and he like it was just about his changeup the whole time. And I just watched that video, like you know what, he's got the best changeup in the league. You might as well try to learn it. So
Absolutely.
I did that all off season, and I got really comfortable with it. But during high school, it's just I didn't throw it that much, just because of the competition level and like, if you do hang it, I mean, even now, if you do hang a changeup, it's gonna get hit. But like, there was a lot more risk during high school. But now it's been probably one of my most comfortable off-speed pitches to throw.
Yeah, that's absolutely that's awesome. That's awesome to hear that changeup's coming along, even more so than the report said and things like that. That's a big pitch to sticking as a starter as well. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's always the report coming out of high school. It's like two really good pitches. But if he wants to be a starter, the third pitch and the command's got to be there. Great to hear you're on your way to doing that, and I'm excited to see you and cover you this year. High school related question here for you. A lot of good Colorado schools, a lot of good prep players coming out of Colorado of late. I mean, you got Rock Canyon, Eaton, Regis Jesuit, I think is how you say it, Mountain Vista.
Yeah.
What's it like coming from a state that's just so up and coming? Because again, there's been a lot of really good prep players coming out of Colorado of late.
I mean, I feel it's nice. It definitely shows the recognition that like Colorado, like just the talent we have here. Like I get we're a cold weather state and we can't play a bunch, but like we have Colorado has talented players and it sometimes gets overlooked. But I'm glad now because each year it's been up and coming more and more and more. Like I remember 2022. Oh my gosh. I couldn't really remember from 22, but like I know from 23 there was Walker, Hunter Gottschall was talking for a little bit, Max Stanley,
Mhm.
um, who is it from Golden? Leif Palmer, all those guys. And I think I don't know, it's really nice, it's just like you can kind of say, oh yeah, Colorado's kind of getting on the map now. We're starting to have more players come out of these high schools. So
Yeah, yeah. In 2022, Dallas Macias, ring a bell?
yes,
Yep.
that's who it was.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. So, yeah, I had to ask the Colorado question. Nate coaches down in Southern California now, so he's used to good baseball 24/7. I'm up in Idaho now, so it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
very similar to Colorado where we start in February and there's still snow on the ground. So
Yep.
it's a completely different scene up here, but I mean Dax Whitney was up here and now, going to Oregon State, one of the best prep arms coming out of the Pacific Northwest this year. So, last question, Nate, take it away.
Yeah, you guys are still in the winter, and we're still playing right now. So,
I know.
all right, let's look at this. You raked last year, like you rake. 10 bombs, 29 extra base hits. did you want a two-way? Like, was that a possibility at Virginia? Was that something you talked about when the Angels took you?
When the Angels took me, no, I kind of, like I thought I was a good hitter. Like I feel like if I took hitting as serious as with pitching, like if I put in as much work, I feel like I could have had a good chance to two A. But I remember when I went on my visit my senior year to Virginia, me and the hitting coach came up. He's like, "Trey, you ever think about hitting?" I'm like, "No, a little bit." You know, it's like another. I won't say another piece of the puzzle, but it's just like another thing you can bring to the table. But if I went to Virginia, I would have definitely like asked the question for sure.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can I two way for like a month? See how it works, you know?
uh, I'm gonna have to get in someone's ear in the Angels organization and be like, "Hey Trey, did you see his stats in high school, man? I mean, come on, 439 as a high schooler. You know, he's slugging 890, 895. Like this is stupid. He's got a chance to hit. Like let him do it in Arizona or let him do it in
Yeah,
Inland Empire this year." So, yeah, I'm gonna have to get in someone's ear in the Angels organization to try to let you do that, man. But that's all we got on our side of stuff. We really appreciate you jumping on, Trey. For everybody, don't normally do this for the players, but for everybody who doesn't know, let them know where they can follow you on social media because that's a big thing now, man. Like you're gonna be you're a major leaguer. You're gonna be a major leaguer here pretty soon, man. Let them know where
yeah,
they can follow you, where they can find all the fun content you put out there.
yeah. So on Instagram, you guys can follow me. Just at Trey Gregory Alford. It's just one long name. And then on Twitter, X, my bad. It's just Trey and then G Alford 73. I don't post on there as often, but I'll be on there. And then TikTok's kind of coming up a little bit. I might post a little bit more, some stuff like that. It's mostly just silly stuff, but I think it's like Trey.G.A. Just really simple.
Love it.
So
Absolutely love it. Trey, again, thanks for jumping on. Good luck next season. For all of you watching here on Talking Halos, really appreciate you sticking with us here through the off season. You can follow us on all our social medias. You can follow myself on X, Jared_Tim's, Nate, and Nate Green 34. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Have a great rest of your day.